Johnny, after all these years of being a player, coach and manager, do you still genuinely get that buzz on the eve of a new season?
Yeah, you do. I think it's been building up all week, to be honest, Rob. But today, especially, that day, it's the last training day now. It's been a big build-up. That 6 weeks of pre-season of hard work all comes down to this, the start of the season. So yeah, I think it's a bit different as a player. You're trying to get yourself fit through those 6 weeks, and a lot of it you're concentrating on yourself. In this role, obviously a bit different. Got 24, 25 lads to get to the start line, but yeah, just excited for it now. I know the boys are. They're buzzing to see that out on the training pitch today, and yeah, this is it. Obviously, all the hard work hopefully will pay off.
And what an opener as well. I mean, for myself as a journalist, I mean, you got yourself with having been with Colchester in the past. Danny Cowley was a young player with Wimbledon. Then you've got Taylor and Woodyard on one side now at Colchester. Goodman and Smith now with us. So it's all set up nicely on opening day.
Yeah, a lot of links. You know, obviously I've got an affiliation with that club. I had 3 really good years there as a player, and a lot of fondness for them. But not tomorrow. Tomorrow they're the opposition. But obviously, like you say, there's some players in their team that we know about. Obviously, ex-captain Woodyard, who's gone there, and Lyle's obviously a bit of a club legend and someone that I work with as well. So yeah, lots of different stories. But tomorrow we put all that aside. They're the opposition, and yeah, they're in our way tomorrow, so that's the way it has to be.
So look, there's been ups and downs during pre-season as well, but now we're here on the eve of the season. How do you feel now about things in the camp?
Really good. I think the 6 weeks has been brilliant. Like you say, yeah, there's been some ups and downs with some really good performances, some not so good ones. But what that always allows you to do is take the learning from it, and done some really good analysis work on the last few games, good and bad, of stuff that we've done well, stuff that we haven't done so well, and we've had a blinding week on the training pitch where we put that into practice. We feel like we've nailed a lot of things down this week. Never going to be perfect, and we'll continue to work on that, but we feel we're in a really good spot to go and attack this game, and it's a tough game, we know that, tough opposition, but if we can get things right, so in and out of possession, we feel like we can be a real force.
I've noticed on the first team training pitch out there, you've even got advertising boards behind the goals now as well. I mean, are you working down to every detail in terms of the pitch dimension and everything of what you usually use at Plough Lane?
Yeah, it needs to look and feel like exactly what the game's going to look like. So it's important that we're working in same dimensions. It's important that we make it feel like as much as an arena as we can within our limitations. But we're just trying to make improvements all the time. As a football club, not just playing side. The infrastructure, how we can make it a better place to come into work, and myself and Craig, we talk about that a lot, just making this the best possible environment that we can, so the players are coming in, they're learning every day, they're working hard, and if you do that, you'll start to see improvements as well on the pitch.
Fans have noticed during pre-season as well, sort of a certain formation we've been playing. Would you say we're more to it than that with us, and we're more adaptable as well though during the season?
Yeah, I mean, I keep talking about this. We have to be adaptable. I think we put a squad together which allows us to be flexible in what we're doing. And we need players that can do different roles, but everyone needs to know their roles within that team or that system, whatever we happen to choose on a given day. I mean, you saw last season the amount of different ways of playing, different formations that we used. It was 4, 5, 6 at times. So we're going to have to do that again. We've been using a certain way in pre-season, which we feel there's some pros and cons to. There's going to be times where we have to look at different things. And obviously in games, we're going to be in situations where you're protecting leads, where you're chasing leads, and we're going to need to be flexible in what we're doing. So obviously a lot of that's been worked on during pre-season. I'm not going to give too much away now, obviously, but I think we've got 7 games in August, and it's already the 9th. So I think even in that time, you're going to see different people in different positions, and perhaps a few different formations amongst that.
Team news, one player that we are going to be missing tomorrow, John Joe O'Toole.
Yeah, obviously JJ, he got sent off at Tranmere in a penultimate game, so he's serving a 3-game ban. So obviously the Walsall, the last game was the first one of that, so he's got 2 more games of his ban, then he comes back to the group. So obviously we've known that all the pre-season with JJ, so yeah, we've taken that into account when we've built up minutes, and haven't rushed certain things with him, but he's fit, he's ready to go, and he'll be looking forward to the following Saturday to get back involved.
Just to say as well, I mean, Ryan McLean, long term, Paris Lock, Aaron Sassu, not involved.
No, Ryan. Obviously, we know about Ryan. He won't be available till later in the year, and Sass has obviously got that knock that he took, so he'll miss out, and young Paris is obviously suffering from an injury as well. So they're the three guys that miss out through injury, and JJ obviously through a suspension.
But look, to get the fans excited, we may well see 8 other players who could be involved in terms of summer signings, competitive debuts for some of them.
Well, yeah, I'm sure some will feature from the start, others will feature from the bench. Obviously, I've got to pick 11 out of this group and 7 subs, so there's going to be some disappointment amongst the lads that they all want to play, they all want to start. So that's a good position to be in as a manager. Difficult, leaving people out, especially when they've made a good case to play. But everyone's got a role, whether that's from the start tomorrow, whether that's coming in. Like I say, 7 games in August, and we're already at the 9th of August today. So there's a lot of football to be played in these coming weeks, and we're going to need everyone, especially, well, not just August, but this might be a 55, 60 game season. Hopefully, if we do well in cups and things like that, there's loads of games to play, and we need everyone involved in it. And
as you said last week, it's unlikely that there was going to be further additions before this game, so we've just got to be patient in terms of the remaining targets we want to get.
Yeah. I think we're edging closer to 1 or 2 things. Obviously Saturday, today, Friday, nothing's going to happen before the weekend, but hopefully early part of next week we can look to get something tied up, bring an extra body in. Well, like I said, it has to be right for us financially. It has to be the right deal. It has to be the right player. It has to be the right type of lad as well. So we'll never rush anything until we're sure. But 1 or 2 things getting a little bit closer.
So just looking to wrap up now. Colchester supposedly bringing over 1,000. They mean business after a disappointing campaign last time around, but so do we, because it's going to be a packed Plough Lane. The atmosphere is going to be cracking.
Yeah, of course. It's that opening game as well. It's always like that, isn't it? They'll be excited themselves. That's why they're bringing a big following. But myself, I can't wait to get back to Plough Lane. Like that, I know we had a couple of friendlies there, but that Walsall game when it was really, really bouncy, that last game of the season feels like a long time ago now. So to get back there for opening games, always nice to be at home. Obviously some debuts, some home debuts, I'm sure, and to see the place full and rocking. I know the lads are buzzing for it. I know all my staff out there. We're just excited now to turn up there tomorrow and hopefully put a show on.
And it is a marathon, not a sprint. Have you had a chance to glimpse at any of the Olympics at all this week?
I have. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. Yeah, obviously we've had some long days here, but by the time you get back home and have a bit of dinner, the athletics has been on this week. It's been really good. Obviously our girl Keely Hodgkinson, that was really impressive what she done in the 800, and I forget his name now, but the fella in the 400 just missed out the other night. Hudson Smith, yeah. So it's exciting. It's good to watch fellow Brits do so well on that world stage, and makes you proud.
Johnny, we're on our marks. Get ready, set, go for tomorrow.
Cheers, Rob.